The 7-game hitting streak.
Sclafani tried to look like a cut fastball that was up, but he left it out over the plate.
Well, Matt Beatty gets a start tonight. He is 3 for 5 with a home run against DeSclafani. So Matt found his way in the lineup tonight, a 247 hitter. 3 infielders playing him to the right side. Smith leads at second, Pollock at first. And the pitch swung on and popped up shallow center. Coming in is Steven Duggar. Center fielder will make the catch, so a quick out for Beatty, 2 down. Billy McKinney will be the batter. So another big deal today was between the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. Eduardo Escobar going from the Diamondbacks to the Brewers. We get the switch hitting infielder who is having a really good year in terms of the home run and especially in terms of the RBI. So the Brewers offense got into that today.
Yes. You want a penny?
No score, top of the second inning.
You drink water?
We'll see the Diamondbacks starting Friday, and they get to number 5.
Okay, I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
The Diamondbacks are done dealing. Trying to restock the shelves. The pitch. That's up and under the hands of McKinney.
No. My phone is started. And so, check out my Dodgers. Big Losers live on YouTube. Stay tuned. Enjoy the show.
Luzardo, who's been in AAA in Las Vegas, he is now going to get an opportunity to be in the big leagues with Miami. In the meantime, Marte with the A's. McKinney swings, hits the ball to shallow left, and charging hard and coming in to make the catch is Alex Dickerson. Side retired, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left, and no giant errors. Through an inning and a half, it's the Dodgers nothing, Giants nothing.
Every Dodgers legend started out as a rookie, but they went on to become the best in baseball. They left behind a legacy of determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy. From saving early on to having income during retirement, Security Benefit can help you save for your future and leave a legacy for those you love. Security Benefit, proud sponsor of the LA Dodgers. Baseball is great.
Baseball is back and it's got a home run for Mookie. He ties the game.
Baseball with fireworks is even better. Be at Dodger Stadium Friday, August 6th when the Dodgers host the Angels at 7:10 p.m. Stay after the game for Friday night fireworks presented by Q-Cells. Plus, you can experience another great view of the pyro display from the newly designed Centerfield Plaza. For tickets, go to Dodgers.com/promotions.
The state is reopened. Dodger Stadium is back to full capacity, and life is getting back to normal. It's time to take a deep breath, smile, and find your way to Shumash Casino Resort. You deserve an award-winning destination getaway. Welcome to freedom. Again, go to ShumashCasino.com.
At Gene, we know the importance of tradition, like singing during the 7th inning stretch. This season, raise one to your fan family with the bourbon that invites us all to come as friends and leave as family. Brought to you by Jim Beam, the official bourbon of the LA Dodgers.
Hi, this is Rick Mundy, and you're listening to Albuquerque's home for the Dodgers, ESPN Radio 1017, The Team.
At Toyota's We Make It Easy sales event, where you'll find great ways to save on a new Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com or see your dealer for all offers. They make it easy. No score, bottom of the second inning with Rick Monday. I'm Tim Neverett, Wayne McDonald here with us in the booth at Dodger Stadium. Giants and Dodgers in San Francisco. And Walker Buehler taking the hill for the second time tonight. Retired the side in order with a punch out of the first. Wilmer Flores, Steven Duggar, and Darren Ruff. First pitch to Flores, down and away, ball 1. Well, as we start to talk about some of these trades, Mo, what do you think about what some of the teams have done so far. Anyone stand out to you?
Not at this point as far as really standing out. Question is, what's going to happen? I know listening to some of the XM broadcasts today, it was almost like on an announcement watch. What's going to happen with Max Scherzer? Does he go somewhere?
Strike called in the corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Flores.
Scherzer was quoted yesterday and saying that he wanted to go to a West Coast team that was competitive.
Well, we know where one of those is.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 pitch. And that one is down on the way, 2 and 2. Yeah. So we'll see. But a competitive division here, too, in the West. Wheeler missing again outside, 3 and 2. And it'll be interesting to see. We're just waiting and waiting and waiting, like everybody else, to find out what the next big deal is in baseball. Payoff pitch to Flores, and he is it off. Well, it looks like the Oakland A's outfield got a little better with Sky Marte. It looks like the Brewers' offense got better at Eduardo Escobar. Because even though the Brewers have a big lead in the Central, with 2, he missed outside and walked him. You see that lead-off walk out of Walker Buehler. And Buehler's 30th walk of the season to go against 132 strikeouts. But look at the Brewers and where they are. 7 games in front of Cincinnati in the National League Central, and they have not really been tearing it up offensively. And their run differential is only plus 74. You'd figure a team with a game lead would be over 100, but Escobar figures to add to their offensive power. Steven Duggar, left-handed batter, takes high ball 1, 1-0. Giants center field waiting for the pitch from Buehler. Nobody out, 1 on. The pitch on the way, and that's a strike. Fastball at 95. So big game Butane hoping to show tonight. He has so far already. The leadoff walk is problematic. Flores leads at first base, and the pitch to Duggar. Shot foul, third base side, 1 and 2. We know they need to cut down on walks, especially late in games, but leading off innings never really helps anybody.
And in particular, walks by the bullpen guys. Too high.
Kick 1-2. Right down the middle, called strike 3. Duggar down looking.
Well, if you compare the Giants bullpen, for example, they have walked a total of 107 times. Giants bullpen has worked only 6 innings fewer than the Dodgers bullpen. How many walks issued by the Dodgers bullpen? 159. And too many of those, what they classify as close or late games.
Darren Ruff. Darren Ruff takes a strike. Ruff, also a birthday boy today. He shares the birthday with Walker Buehler. A few years on Walker, though. Ruff is 35 today, where Buehler is 27. But you can look at those bullpen walks. Or 1 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. And then look at the number of unearned runs the Dodgers have, about 57, most in baseball. I think you put those 2 things together, and that's the reason they're 3 games behind starting tonight.
Well, last night, for example, there were walks, 2 coming in the inning. Well, close games and late in games, Dodgers have issued 81 walks. Giants, in comparative terms, 47.
Ground ball to short. Taylor flips to Muncy for the first. That's a double play. 6-4-3 ends the inning and cleans up that leadoff walk. We're through 2 in San Francisco. Dodgers nothing, Giants nothing.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
Hi, Joe O'Neill. New Mexico Solar Group is New Mexico's premier solar service for residential and commercial buildings. Employee-owned and local to New Mexico, NM Solar has locations across the state. They'll design, install, offer down financing, and they get you your return on investment. Save money and own your own electricity. NM Solar Group. NM Solar's 25-year guarantee is why New Mexico turns to NM Solar Group. Save money and own your own electricity. Visit nmsolargroup.com today for a free solar consultation.
You wouldn't overwater your elephants. It's wasteful, and it's not good for the elephant. For the same reason you overwater your yard. Remember to water by the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1 day per week in March, 2 days per week in April and May, 3 days per week in the summer, and wrap down again in the fall. It's the responsible way to weather the drought. A drought reminder from the Water Authority.
iHeart Radio app. This is the home of the Dodgers.
Grand slam home run.
You're listening to Dodgers Radio.
Dodgers Radio.
ESPN Radio 101.7 The Team.
No score as we head to the third inning. Walker Buehler lead off, and back to Chris Taylor and Max Muncy facing Anthony DeSclafani. Right-handed pitcher for the Giants, who's struggled against the Dodgers, but so far so good for him. There was a strike to Buehler. DeSclafani sends one home, and Buehler pounds it off the plate toward the first base side. DeSclafani fields it, runs into foul ground, throws it across his body to Ruff, covering it first. And that gets the out. A lot of times you're going to see the pitcher try to make the tag himself, but he knew that Buehler was going to get past him, so he just flipped on to his first baseman to get the out.
Well, in case you have been spending the last number of months in the International Space Station, you might want to mark your calendars because the Houston Astros come in for a 2-game series beginning on August 3rd. Next Tuesday. Don't want to miss it. Get your seats. Dodgers.com/tickets, where tickets start at just $35. Not the same price as a real good trash can.
Well, it depends where you shop, too.
True. And if you want an automatic lid on the trash can, or you just want to be able to just...
Want to know the count to Chris Taylor. And the check swing bouncer to the first base side, foul, 1-1.
And I think we can also encourage, if you are holding tickets for Tuesday or Wednesday with the Astros in town, Tuesday's a 7:10 game, Wednesday's a 6:40 game. Whatever you think is early to leave the ballpark, leave a half hour earlier than that at least.
Give yourself some time. Absolutely good advice. 1-1 pitch. And tailed back over the plate for a strike at the knees. 2 strikes to Taylor. Taylor 0 for 1. Went down swinging in the first. But before the Astros come in on Tuesday, you've got tonight's game, tomorrow afternoon's game with the Giants, and then 3 with the Diamondbacks over the weekend. 1-2. Outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You know, we talked about, but the folks didn't really see it last year the way we saw it when the Astros were here with no fans. 2 pounded foul off the foot, still 2-2 to Chris Taylor. But I mean, you know, the people that came to the ballpark to greet the Astros buses when they came through, the fact that the Astros had a police escort, and I wonder if you've seen the regular season. You know, for a regular season game, you don't see that. You don't see it on the way to the airport.
I've actually seen it a few times already this year with other teams.
Have you?
Yep.
But they had that. They had. It was just bizarre. It was I think if I remember right, when the Astros came in last year, they were on a terrible streak. They couldn't score runs. They lost, I don't know, 5 or 6 straight. And then came in and won the first game. Came back late and won it. Dodgers would win the next night.
And those that do arrive, we encourage you to find your manners. You can root for either team you would like. You can be as vocal as you would like. But please, we've got to mind our manners at the ballpark, whether it's the Astros coming in or anyone else coming in.
2-2 to Taylor from DeSclafani. The pitch outside fills the count at 3-2. Max Muncy waits on deck. 1 out, nobody on. Dodger half of the 3rd inning, no score.
Well, that sun has finally moved. It's not out in center field anymore, so the hitters can see the ball a little better.
Payoff series pulled foul.
Sun is still kind of blazing on the center field scoreboard. But at least for most of the batter's eye and straightaway center field, at least up about 15 feet high. It's shadows now.
DeSclafani gets the sign now from Buster Posey. 3-2. The payoff pitch to Chris Taylor. Here it comes. And Chris looks at ball 4. Boy, a borderline pitch that went Taylor's way. DeSclafani tried to rake the bottom of the strike zone, couldn't get the call. And the Dodgers with a base runner in the 3rd.
Yeah, Tim, wanted to touch briefly on something I started to bring up a little bit earlier about Buster Posey. And he was setting up inside at that time, after sitting up most of the time outside. No, it's not against the rules to let your hitters know what the heck is happening. There's no military secret. The catcher's moving in or moving out, but Posey moves rather early. Sometimes as a hitter, you can actually hear the catcher moving, depending upon, obviously, the level of sound of the club.
Muncy 0 for 1. Fly deep to left first time up. It's a high fastball for a strike.
You ever feel like somebody's close to you, you turn around, somebody's right there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes you can get that same feeling as a hitter. I just kind of feel that the catcher's moved inside on me.
The 0-1. That's high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Do you ever have a coach indicate to you where the catcher is?
It's a game of nicknames, and when Danny Ozark, for example, was the 3rd base coach during the 1981 World Championship season, if the catcher was not sitting inside, it was, come on, Mo, come on, Mo. If he moved inside, it was, come on, Rick.
Muncy takes a strike that was in the same exact spot that walked Taylor, a low part of the strike zone, and DeSclafani got that evened up on him here. So it's 1-2 to Muncy.
And for those that have not heard the story, what difference does it make the catcher sitting inside or outside? You don't offer changeups inside. Normally, if the catcher's sitting inside, it's to be something rapidly thrown to home plate.
1-2 to Muncy from DeSclafani. That'll wait, turn, throw to first, and getting back is Chris Taylor. Taylor with 9 stolen bases. He's been caught once. And he would be a threat to run. DeSclafani has given up 14 home runs this year, 6 of them to the Dodgers. And 2 of those to Muncy. There's the 1-2 to Max. And he swings and he lines it into center field, a base hit. Taylor stops at second base, so Muncy drilled it to center. He's 1 for 2, and the Dodgers with 2 on and 1 out.
Yeah, Posey sitting on the outside corner, and he motioned to DeSclafani after he gave the sign, keep the ball down. Well, he did. They wanted it low and away. It was down, but pretty much center cut over the middle of the plate.
Justin Turner struck out swinging in the first.
Second inning in a row, the Dodgers have had a runner in scoring position. They were 0 for 2 in the second, and maybe a chance to right the ship here in the third.
DeSclafani's pitch, and JT fouls it off to the right. 0-1 the count. Back to that start that DeSclafani had on the 23rd of May against the Dodgers. He was tagged for 10 earned runs on 9 hits and 2 2/3 innings pitched. Obviously, he got tagged for the loss, but the Dodgers just pounded him all over the place. 0-1 pitch. That's way inside, almost hit Turner. In fact, coming into the game today, DeSclafani had given up 18 earned runs in 18 1/3 innings pitched to the Dodgers. In the rest of Major League Baseball, he had allowed 20 earned runs in 101 innings pitched. Quite a difference. 1-1 to Turner from Anthony DeSclafani. The right-hander checks the runners, now comes home. And Turner hits it in the air to right field toward the corner. Running is Yastrzemski. He won't get it. It falls in fair. Yastrzemski hits the sidewall. Taylor coming around third, and he will score. And the Dodgers on the board first, 1-0 on an RBI base hit for Justin Turner. Muncy advancing to third.
Little inside-out swing. And the Dodgers, first one to get on the board. They tried to come inside to Turner, and he just fought it off. The ball tailing away from Yastrzemski. It originally thought he probably had a play, but the closer he got, the more it continued to tail away from him.
Dodgers with something going here in the third. First and third, one out, and the batter is Will Smith, who's 1 for 1. Pitch to Will is in the dirt, blocked by Posey. And ball and no strikes. Top of the third, 1-0 Dodgers. 44-17 when scoring first. Smith awaiting the next offering. Here it comes, and he fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Will. Well, Will has done a fine job with the bat. He has come up big in some clutch situations.
A big move to the right side of the infield. Flores, the second baseman, playing up the middle at double play positioning. And Ruff holding. Turner over at first. So there's a big gap right side.
DeSclafani delivers 1-1. And Will jammed, popped it up foul, first base side, but that's going to make the first row next to the dugout.
And a broken bat, and what would have been ball 2. That was well off the plate inside.
Dodger fan caught it. A lot of Dodger fans traveling to San Francisco for this series. Have not seen fans travel the way the Dodger fans travel. I don't think any other team has a traveling fan base like this one. So it's 1-2 to Smith. Muncy at third, Turner at first. Pitch outside, a fastball at 95. Posey tried to frame it back in the strike zone, but maybe too much movement on the glove, and Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire, not fooled. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Will. Runners off the corners. Middle infield playing for 2. The pitch. Down and away. Full count, 3-2. Cody Bellinger on deck. Turner off of first base right now. Getting a decent lead, held on by Ruff. And the pitch. And Smith Hits the ball in the air, deep right center field. It's going to bounce off the warning track and off the wall. Muncy scores. Turner rounding third. He's on his way home. And into third with a pop-up slide and a 2-run triple is Will Smith. It's 3-0 Dodgers.
Boy, talk about Will Smith putting the ball into play. They were going to go away from him on a 3-2 pitch, a fastball, and the pitch was on the outside corner. Not a bad pitch, but a great swing. Not only putting the ball into play, but that ball goes all the way against the wall. And the Dodgers have made a loud statement here in the third inning.
Boy, Will sent that one out to Triples Alley, like Smith and Wesson. And now a meeting on the mound as DeSclafani's getting roughed up for the first time in the game. The consultation presented by Sam and Ash Injury Law. Hurt in an accident? Consult with the ones to trust. Sam and Ash Injury Law. Call 800-304-2000 or visit samandashlaw.com.
Well, Tim, every at-bat is a big at-bat when you have runners in scoring position. And big games when you're playing against a team that's 3 games in front of you. This is a big at-bat right here because you have the luxury of another run just 90 feet away.
And Bellinger looking to do some damage. He takes a healthy cut at an inside fastball and fouls it back.
Infield is about half right. No one's on the edge of the grass to the right side. Shift is on. Smith can get a good lead. Third baseman Vossler is about 30 feet off the bag. But for Bellinger, he's going to have to get on top of that fastball if it's elevated. He just continues to be underneath a lot of pitches.
Stretch. Smith off of third base. The 0-1. And Bellinger reaches for one downstairs and fouls it away. He's in a hole, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Bellinger. 1 out. 3 runs in this inning for the Dodgers. Signed down by Posey. DeSclafani. Glove up by his chest. Kicks, fires. And it's a high fastball. Fouled back. It may be a good sign because that's the same pitch he struck out on his first time up. And this time he got a piece of it.
And I'll be surprised if they don't try and go upstairs again. Posey is always looking at position of the hitters. Have they moved in the box? And he's signaling he wants the pitch upstairs, but time gets called.
Nothing into to Bellinger. And now DeSclafani looking at the Posey target up high. The pitch goes up high and away, and it's laid off of by Bellinger. 1-2. He stayed away from that pitch. We've seen a number of 4-seamers, an occasional change-up here and there, slider, curveball out of DeSclafani. 1 ball, 2 strike offer. Again fouled back. They went with a high fastball, and there's Cody getting a piece of it this time. So he talked about the adjustment. He said he was still getting underneath the ball, and there's always time between at-bats to make adjustments.
Well, he's got the very upright stance, and there's very little wiggle room as far as the timing. And sometimes his stride is even a little bit tardy. They're going to try and go back upstairs again.
1-2 pitch. Way up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, how do we know? Well, we're seeing the center field camera, and Posey is taking his thumb and pointing it upstairs. And he's not saying, hey, look, there's a plane flying over the stadium. No, he wants the ball up. See what they do here now.
Smith will lead at third base, 1 out. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Tried to go inside on Cody, and he popped it up. Shallow, though, right center. And coming in is Yastrzemski, not nearly deep enough to get Smith advanced home. Bellinger is 0 for 2. A. Pollock will come up with 2 outs to try to get Smith home.
DeSclafani again, in his 4 starts against the Dodgers, has served up 6 home runs. He gave up 3 in one game. That was back in June.
Yeah, 14 total allowed on the year. A.J. Pollock, a base hit in the second inning. Trying to pick up Will Smith here with 2 outs. And the pitch from DeSclafani is down the middle for a strike. 0-1 to A.J. Pollock. DeSclafani coming into the game. ERA 12th in the National League at 2.87. And it would be even lower if it wasn't for that one start back in late May against the Dodgers. That pitch was spiked. And a backhand pick, and a very good one by Posey. He makes it look so casual. That's not easy, especially with a runner at third base. Such an important play for a catcher to make. Chris Taylor with a 1-out walk. Max Muncy with a base hit to center. Justin Turner with a base hit to right that got Taylor home. And then Will Smith's second triple of the season. Got both Muncy and Turner home. It's 1-2 to Pollock now. One ball, 2 strikes to AJ. He's hitting 283 currently. Picked up 3 points since starting the game tonight. Right-handed hitting center fielder, A.J. Pollock. DeSclafani's got the sign. Posey sets an outside target. Pitch goes outside, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch hit on the ground, and that's going to get through and into left center field, a base hit. Smith will score. It is 4-0 Dodgers. A.J. Pollock with his second hit of the game, his 37th run batted in of the year. A seeing-eye base hit gets Smith home.
And that's something the Dodgers have really not been doing as of late with any consistency. That's to pick up the other run, add to the tallies.
Estrada, the shortstop, was playing over toward the hole to the right. And this is going to cause Gabe Kapler to call the bullpen. Dodgers are up 4-0 in the third inning, and now the Giants have Jose Alvarez, a left-hander, starting to warm up.
The Dodgers, 3 hits in this inning with runners in scoring position.
Matt Beatty saw 1 pitch in his first at bat in the second inning and flying to center field. Runner at first, 2 down. 63rd pitch of the game for DeSclafani. His outside ball 1. Well, he looked so good to start the game when he struck out Taylor, got Muncy to fly out, and then struck out Turner. Then the Dodgers knocked 2 hits against him, couldn't score in the second inning, but here 4 runs in the third. Forwards throw to first. Pollock gets back. Well, Dodgers 4, Giants nothing. Top of the third. 37 pitches this inning for DeSclafani. The Dodgers have really worked him over here in the third. Pitch to Beatty. Outside, 2-0. Will Smith coming up with a big hit again, the 2-run triple. That was the catalyst in the inning. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Way up high, runner goes to throw down, and safe at second is Pollock. A.J. Pollock with a swipe of second base, his 4th stolen base of the season.
Yeah, Posey had just looked over into the dugout to see if sign of the possibility if the dugout thought that Pollock might be taking off on the pitch.
With a foot first slide and caught the
Estrada
right
did not help himself, and we're seeing a lot of shortstops that come in front of the bag by about 4 or 5 feet, catch the ball, reaching towards home plate, then come back and make the tag. You're not as fast doing it that way.
Beatty takes a walk. Pitch was high and away, so a 2-out walk issued there. And Gabe Kapler looks like he's taking a walk. He's coming to get us started. So the Dodgers have chased Anthony DeSclafani after 2 2/3 innings tonight. And he is on the hook. He's already 0-2 against the Dodgers this year. Dodgers seem to have his number. Jose Alvarez, the left-hander, comes in when we return from this pitching change timeout. It's the Dodgers 4, Giants nothing.
To introduce the new 2021 Ford Explorer, we brought in an expert.
Hi, I'm Eric Dickerson,
Most people know him as a Hall of Fame running back.
but I'm also an expert on the Explorer. I had one of the originals.
Of course, the 2021 Explorer has a few additions, like adaptive cruise control with speed sign recognition and an available hybrid powertrain.
I can say it's something you have to test drive to believe.
Come to your Southern California Ford dealers and drive the 2021 Ford Explorer today. Here, the future comes standard.
Putting you first keeps us first. At UCLA, our food quality ranked #1. According to
Like up for the Dodgers and Phillies, you can start live on YouTube live stream platform.
We know this comes from putting patients first with a culture that always strives to make healthy.
YouTube live stream podcast show, Dodgers and Phillies live on YouTube. Stay tuned to get more YouTube to come here. And get more A-Foods, more talk show, more A-Foods. During the night broadcasting live tomorrow. Live, big Dodgers. Live on the 5th. Talk about NFL. This is NFL. And the Dodgers are going to win. The Dodgers going to win tonight. Live on Dodgers Radio. This is the cue for the Dodgers Radio. Dodgers Big live on YouTube. You can show at the Dodgers Radio 2021. You can show.
And only the freshest ingredients. That's what a hamburger is all about. Dodgers 4, Giants nothing. DeSclafani chased after 2 2/3, allowing 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Book's still open on him. He's responsible for Pollock at second and Beatty at first, and Jose Alvarez takes over. 36th appearance for the left-hander. He is 4-1 with a 3.03 ERA. Doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but is a good left-handed pitcher. Facing the left-handed hitting Billy McKinney. First pitch to McKinney is up and in, ball 1. DeSclafani has to be shaking his head saying, what is up with me and the Dodgers? The Dodgers take care of business against him. The rest of baseball has a hard time with DeSclafani. 1-0 to McKinney. And he is late on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three infielders to the right for the left-handed hitting McKinney. Pollock leads at second. Beatty leads at first. AJ with an RBI base hit, scoring Will Smith. And Beatty with a follow-up walk. 1-1. And McKinney hits it hard on the ground but foul up to first base. It's been a long inning. Bueller led off the inning, remember, and on deck.
For Bueller, it's been a long and enjoyable inning.
Look. What?
Here comes 1-2 from Alvarez.
We go walking.
And McKinney to the right side. Second baseman Flores.
Another one on my socks.
But the Dodgers strike for 4 runs on
Yeah, little.
And at the end of 2.5, it's the Dodgers 4, Giants nothing.
Attention anyone in need of hernia surgery. Robotic Hernia Surgeons of New Mexico utilizes monumental advances in robotic hernia repair. The differences are staggering. Far less pain, small incisions, and significantly faster coverage. Don't rely on the old-fashioned traditional hernia surgery techniques.
Okay, I better burn myself
New
up.
Mexico native surgeons, Dr. Mario Leyva, Dr. Michael Blea at Robotic Hernia Surgeons of New Mexico. For information and a consultation, call 1-833-HERNIA-3.
My name is Terry Darnell. I'm the Bernal Public Schools interim superintendent. Lucinda Community Rewards has given us the opportunity to give back to our teachers, those that are really helping us engage our students. And we have Teacher of the Month, and then we also have at the end of the year our Teacher of the Year group, and we have that opportunity through Lucinda Community Rewards.
Nucinda Credit Union, the power of we. Our members make community rewards possible. Visit nucinda.org to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
Grady's Performance Center is proud to announce our inaugural softball combine and skills camp on Saturday, August 7th. Compete against the top softball players in the region in a pro-style combine and skills camp using state-of-the-art Zybeck testing equipment. College coaches will be in attendance for evaluations and skill work. This combine and skills camp is designed for middle and high school athletes who aspire to play competitive softball at the next level. High school athletes competing in the morning and 8th graders and below compete in the afternoon. Visit Grady's.com.
Hi, this is Vin Scully. You're listening to Albuquerque's home for the Dodgers, ESPN Radio 1017 Team.
6 hits for the Dodgers so far. They're leading 4-0, heading to the bottom of the third, at the bottom of the order coming up against Walker Buehler. Fact of the day is brought to you by AM/PM. AM/PM, too much good stuff. 30 years ago today, give you that moment. Jason Vosler, left-handed hitting third baseman, takes a fastball outside. Well, it was 30 years ago on this date when Montreal Expos pitcher Dennis Martinez tossed the 13th perfect game in baseball history, doing so against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Martinez needed only 96 pitches for the perfect game. He also became the second perfect game at Dodger Stadium, joining Sandy Koufax, who did it in 1965 against the Cubs. 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Remember El Presidente throwing that profile?
Yep. He was pretty good.
He was good. 1-2 pitch inside, almost hit him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He had himself a nice career as a pitcher. 2 shot foul third base side.
Yeah, there was a side story to that, too, because his catcher that day was Ron Hassey, who became the first catcher to ever keep perfect games. Because Hassey was also behind the plate May 5th, 1981, when Lynn Barker with the Indians faced 27 batters, beat the Blue Jays.
2-2, roll to the right side, picked up by Turner in the shift. He fires on to first to get Vosler, 1 out. Of course, Ron Hassey would go on to live in infamy as the catcher. In 1988, the World Series against the Oakland A's with Dennis Eckersley on the mound and Kirk Gibson at the plate. 3-2 count. He put down the sign for a slide. And you know what happened next. Estrada takes a strike. Showed bunt briefly. But Ron Hassey knew what the scouting report was on Kirk Gibson. 3-2. The pitch to him would be the backdoor slider. And Eckersley knew it too. And so that's why he agreed to the pitch when it was put down. That was the pitch they had talked about prior to the game when it came to Gibson hitting, prior to the series and the scouting report. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Almost like referred to it. Slide piece.
Slide piece. He's got a different language. Dennis Eckersley, one of the funnier guys you're ever going to meet in baseball. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball in and out of the glove of Smith.
Well, last week, Charlie and I were talking about, well, little sayings that we had. And now, walk-off hits or walk-off home runs, right? Dennis Eckersley is the one that is recognized as coining the phrase walk-off home run.
1-2, Estrada swings, fouls it back.
He
got walked off in a big way.
Has to wear a mask.
By Gibson.
It's public areas.
Well, Eck stood at his locker and answered every question.
Well, that's the kind of person he has always been.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball. That's in the dirt. 2-2.
Oh my
I've talked to him about it in the past. He's just said, look, it's your responsibility as a professional. He said, not a single guy in the clubhouse should be answering questions on behalf of me because I'm ducking. He said, I need to stand up and answer, no matter what, good or bad. And he always did that throughout his career. 2-2 is hammered to left field, but it'll hang up there and knocked down by the breeze. Beatty's there to make the catch. Well, it looked like Thairo Estrada got some pretty good wood on that, but he ends up flying out, and there are two men out, and the pitcher's spot, that is, due up.
Alvarez is going to hit, or he's going to stand there. Somewhere in between, possibly.
He stands up there from the left side, and he takes a high fastball. But I think you would agree with Eckersley's philosophy and how to be professional after games.
Well, that's why Dennis Eckersley was and still has been so respected.
Strike called, 1-1. Buehler steps back, turns, delivers, and fires on another one. But he never blamed anybody for anything. You know, he took the credit for the success and also the failures. And 1-2. That's a little bit high, 2-2. But that was the pitch they had agreed on with Gibson on a 3-2 count. Was that backdoor slider? He threw it. Hassey put the sign down. He threw it, and Gibson did the rest. 2-2 is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
For Alvarez, this is his 33rd game this year. Obviously, reliever. This is only his second at bat. What did he do the first one? He punched out. He's also walked once.
And the payoff. And Walker walks him.
Oh, you can't walk him.
Oh, my goodness. It looked like Buehler was rushing throughout that at bat anyway. And he really could have thrown 3 pitches right down the middle and said, see you later. But he ended up fooling around a little bit with Alvarez, and he's put him on base. Walking a relief pitcher that hardly ever hits.
First thing, Alvarez, he's down at first base asking for directions from Antoine Richardson, the first base coach. Okay, now where do I go from here?
Now back to the top of the order, and Mike Yastrzemski. First pitch to him is a strike right at the top of the zone. Yeah, some of these relief pitchers, when they get on base, they should be equipped with a GPS. They don't often know which way to run.
They have a better chance, some of them, of finding the lost Dutchman's mind than...
Oh, that one came back nicely. Good two-seamer by Buehler there, and it's 0-2. This is more like what he wanted to do with Alvarez just beforehand.
They've been looking for a lost Dutchman's mind and superstition lines in Arizona for decades.
0-2, chopper foul. Did you ever go look for it?
Yep.
I guess you didn't find it.
Nope. You know, there have been people gone to the Superstition Mountains looking for that mine. They never came out. And I don't think it's because they set up residents.
0-2 pitch. And that was hit basically out of the glove of Will Smith, foul. Still nothing to Yastrzemski. Alvarez at first. If you knew people weren't coming back, why did you go look?
Because it was there.
Was that when you were in school?
Yes. Well, when you're in college.
That explains it.
Yeah. Let's go find the mine. We heard a story. Okay.
0-2 pitch. And Yastrzemski hits a high fly ball that'll be playable by McKinney. He comes in a few steps, reaches up, grabs it, and that'll take care of that. Third inning is in the books. We'll go to the fourth. It's the Dodgers 4, San Francisco nothing.
Hi, this is Big Game James Worthy. Before I was a Hall of Fame basketball player, I played basketball at the Boys and Girls Club. So I'm proud to be partnering with Ford to help them make people's lives better in the communities they serve. The Ford Fund is investing in education and community programs in Southern California to support at-risk middle school students. But that's only the start. Learn more about what the Ford Fund is doing around the world today at fordfund.org.
At Golden Road, the California dream is not just a dream. It's a true story, one of ambition and
Oh, Lucian, we're taking to the room. Woo! Okay, here we are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Good. Okay, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna.
Take it for you. Chorus. Yes, Mama, you like that walking? Okay. How's it going? Good. That's good. Oh. Hi, Lola. Me? So she. Just call Lola monkey Lola. Yes. Just call Lola monkey Lola.
Hello, Lucia? Lucia! Yes. I'm just call Lola Monkey Lola. Hey. You need lunch.
I see all my
You do the conjuring board on YouTube channel or what? Huh?
yes.
Maybe later. Sit down, please.
Here.
Let's go, people. Is this connected to your Facebook?
I connected to my phone.
Is it connected to your Facebook?
No, good.
Okay, good. Don't. Okay. She's mad. Where's the speaker? Oh, I found it.
Oh, it took that long?
What?
The live stream, my live stream?
Oh, I don't listen. I'll put your cross back on. Okay, tell your people what we're gonna be doing.
Okay, we're doing something spooky. Something spooky.
We're gonna get started.
I get started on the first try.
Oh, sorry.
With Lola.
Yes? What? There's nobody watching.
Nobody watching.
2 hours?
Yes, 2 hours.
2?
Yes, 2 hours.
Oh my god.
It's been 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours? I'm asking you that. It's been 2 hours?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. 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 Yes.
So that's how you we're going to be doing.
We are doing
The
today
Ouija board.
the Ouija board.
Show the board. It's on the floor.
The Ouija board.
So you want to set up the camera or what? You want to do it on the floor or what? Huh? Okay, well, we'll sit down here. You sit down there. I'll get a box. Do you have a box in your room or no?
No.
No boxes.
No.
We'll use this. Hey, Lawrence. Just sit down here. Let me relax. Okay. Can they see it?
No.
How about that?
Yes.
Okay. Things behind you. Turn the fan where the spit's hot. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. You sit over there now. We're switching spots. Okay. And now I'm gonna get some candle. Wait, don't do that. Then you're going to be the host of it this year. Never started, okay? Okay? I got to light off behind you. Oh, they can't see. You might have to have that gun. Okay. Okay. I'm not hosting yet. Okay. Let's put it this way, so we can both see it. Can they see it? Okay. The game has started. Is anyone here? 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 Okay, let's see. Is there anyone here? That's enough. Is anyone here? I don't think anyone's here. So what do we do now? How about you try? But lightly. Just like now, you ask, is anyone here? And then say goodbye. You did that, didn't you? My turn. Is anyone here? Is anyone here? Anyone here? Is there anyone here? Hello? this on here. Bring that up. Wait, can you like pause it for a second? See, like, edit. Sports? No.